Alright, so I've already end trimmed them, so now I'm going to measure out to the 35.5 that we need, because they're top of a ½ inch thick. I'm just going to mark a few of these on camera, the rest I'll do off camera, and I'll bring you along for the next step. Here's one, don't know if you can see it. If you're doing really accurate work, you should probably be using a utility knife to mark it rather than a pen, but considering it's all being cut on a miter saw and everything, and it's not exactly critical, I'm just going to use a pen to mark it. Plenty accurate for this. And I'll bring you along on the next step. Alright, we're going to start cutting them to length. I only have 4 marked because I'm only cutting 4. Hope you can see this. The next step is going to be getting the width and length of the table finished. I'm sorry about that, but the camera died while I was in the middle of cutting this, but I measured it and cut it to length. I'm going to put new batteries in. And I'll show you the next step then, after I get them all cut and planed. Alright, so I've cut these a little narrower so I can get them all out of the same board. I've cut them at 3 inches rather than 4. So the width we're going from the edge of the table saw out, we're going to go 2 feet, I believe. I think that'll be plenty. So these 2 extras, we're going to cut them to the same width, plus some of them in there. So let me clear this off, and it just occurred to me you never really saw this cut, so let's get to it. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Again, you missed a second because, again, the camera died. I got new batteries in it now. So I'm just going to get the last 2 of them cut, and I'll bring you along on the next step. Alright, so I've put 2 screws in already. I'll drive the other 4 in, and then I'll flip it over and do the bottom, because the bottom's getting the same thing this is. That'll strengthen it up. And I am going to do self-leveling feet on it. Like drill, Old Harbor Freight one. It's not the best, but it does work. As I say that, it'll probably die on me. Just because the camera's on. That's how that works.
Oh, camera shy drill.
This is going to be in the way. Put it here. Grab the other piece. Oh, gotta pre-drill that one. No, we're not pre-drilling that one. We broke the bit. I'll just give it a countersink or 2. Okay, back to this. Gloves gotta go. I'm going to set it about a 1/4 inch back from the bottom. I just don't want it flat on the floor. I'm just eyeballing that because that's going to be plenty close, considering I'm using the self-leveling feet. And then I'll do the other half of this after I finish this one on camera, and I'll show you the other assembly. You see the camera, don't shut it off. You didn't stop it, did you? Alright, let me show you why you pre-drill. See that? That's the reason you pre-drill. I should have looked for another bit. I'll do the other half off camera. I don't know if you remember yesterday when that planer made that horrible racket on the one board. And you probably can't see it in there. That's a bullet. Bullet in the board. That's got to be good for the planer. I'll dig it out and show you. Well, there it is. Tip of a rifle bullet. The other half must be in another board. So, hold on. Other half must be in another board because that's been sawed in and planed in half. Give you some reference. That's a pretty standard size flathead screwdriver. So that's all that's there. Alright, so I'm going to put the braces on so we know what the width is going to be, how wide it's going to be. This is the height and the length of it, so let me get some screws started and we'll get that part done. And then we're almost going to be ready to test it. We'll be close. You hold that. Hold this one. The one I'm working on. Hold it. One more screw in this one. Alright. So, you're going to have to come on this side maybe. I don't know. They can't see. Now it should stand up on its own while I do the other one. And there's going to be one of them on the bottom as well, just like the first one. So let me grab the second brace and we'll install it. Did I cut that one to length? I don't believe I did. I did not cut this one to length. Let's cut it to length. Shut the camera off. Alright, I cut the piece. I don't know why I cut 3 out of the 4, but I did. So where did I put my screws? I'll start a couple of pilot screws on this one. And we'll screw it on. And I'll do the bottom ones off the camera. Ooh, that's good for me. Ooh, I just repaired it. 5, 3, 2, 1. Obviously I can't make videos. First the battery dies, now the memory is full, so I had to transfer stuff to a flash drive. Let's get these screwed in quick before something else happens. Oh, now the drill's done. Well, I'll do the bottom ones off camera, show you before we put the top on. And apparently charge the drill while I'm at it. Alright, so I've got that all assembled. I'm going to spew off camera, I think, the braces for the metal. I'm going to put one of them every foot probably, 10 inches, foot, something like that I'll do. And then again, I'll bring you along when I install the top. And obviously it's going behind the table saw. Are you recording? Yes. Okay, so I put all of the supports in. I just used stuff I had laying around, didn't cut anything, so nothing real fancy. It's going to be covered by a top anyway. And none of them are the same width, but they're squared up. So I'm going to grab the OSB, and I'm going to cut that, and we're going to screw that on next. Well, it's done, and it will appear to work for me. Actually, let me set the camera up and let me do a board. We'll give it a test. We'll get like an action shot of it here. Okay, it's still recording. Don't mess with it. The moon is more towards the you can actually see it. Okay. Yeah, that other push stick's gone. Oh yeah. I don't know if you remember what it used to do, but it used to go, yeah, this is an improvement. I know it don't look the best with that different OSB, but I thought I had a full sheet and I didn't. Well, I'm going to go work on editing this now and post it.